Hey guys, we have a piglet named Mercy. Get ready. She's silly. Mercy. There's Mercy. She's little. She's a piglet. She's a baby pig. A piglet named Mercy. Gotta move my chair real quick. There we go. This is written by Kate DeCamillo. The pictures are by Chris Van Dusen. Some of you will recognize that name. He did the pictures for Circus Ship and Hudson and Hattie and Hudson. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson lived in a house on Deckawoo Drive. Deckawoo Drive was an ordinary street in an ordinary town. Nothing special, just regular. Mr. and Mrs. Watson were ordinary people who did ordinary things in ordinary ways. They're just regular. He's trimming the hedges. Mrs. Watson is vacuuming. Mr. Watson is washing his car. Plain old everyday things, right? One day, Mrs. Watson said to Mr. Watson, "I wonder if we aren't just the tiniest bit too predictable." "Predictable? Us?" said Mr. Watson. "Surely not." Predictable means that you always know what they're going to do because they always do the same things. There's nothing exciting. "It's just that sometimes I wish something different would happen," said Mrs. Watson. "Things are just fine as they are," said Mr. Watson. But then something different did happen. It says, "Caution, pigs. Molson's Pig Transport." Who's that? If you said Mercy, you're right. Someone very small and not at all ordinary found her way to the Watsons' house on Deckawoo Drive. She could have gone to this house, that yellow one, but she went to the Watsons' house. Mr. Watson made a discovery when he opened the door for the morning paper. "Mrs. Watson," he called, "come see." "Oh, the little dear," said Mrs. Watson. "Link," said the piglet. "I think she's hungry," said Mr. Watson. "Is that a pig?" said Eugenia Lincoln. Eugenia Lincoln lived next door, and she did not approve of surprises or pigs. "It is," said Mrs. Watson. "Can you believe our luck?" "Don't be ridiculous," said Eugenia Lincoln. "A pig is not lucky at all." Do you think perhaps the piglet would like a bottle of warm milk? Asked Baby Lincoln. Baby was Eugenia's little younger sister, and she was fond of surprises. Means she liked them. And piglets. Mr. Watson scratched his head. A bottle of milk? I don't know. This is all so unpredictable. Leave it to me, said Baby Lincoln. Oink, said the piglet again. Mrs. Watson picked up the piglet and took her inside. She wrapped her in a blanket. Have you ever seen anyone so darling? She asked. Never, said Mr. Watson. She's pretty cute all wrapped up in her blanket like that. Here is the warm milk, said Baby Lincoln. I have it right here. Eugenia said, This is absurd. The piglet did not think it was absurd at all. She drank the entire bottle. Well, she was hungry, right? And then she burped. And oinked. And went looking for more. Oh my goodness! Oops, I used the wrong voice. Oh my goodness, said Mr. Watson. Watch out, said Eugenia. She seems to like toast very much, said Baby. Oh, the darling, darling thing, said Mrs. Watson. They all have different reactions, don't they? Some people really, really like Mercy. Someone else really, really doesn't. Mr. Watson, said Mrs. Watson, perhaps you would like to hold her for a bit? Certainly, said Mr. Watson. He took the piglet in his arms. He rocked her. He hummed. How extraordinary, said Mr. Watson. She is a porcine wonder. That just means wonder pig. Porcine just means pig. This piglet is a wish come true, said Mrs. Watson. What a mercy she is, said Baby. There you go, said Mr. Watson. We will call her Mercy. She is not a mercy, said Eugenia. She is a pig. Oink, oink, said the piglet. You cannot name a pig Mercy. Shouted Eugenia. But they did name her Mercy. She was extremely unpredictable. Entirely unpredictable, not extremely, sorry. She was not at all ordinary, and she was very, very loved. If you've heard the Mercy Watson books before, then you will know how much that last picture has to do with other stories. If you haven't heard of Mercy Watson before, we have a whole bunch of Mercy Watson stories, and I'm going to read another one another day. Okay, you have a job. Here's your job. What were the names of the characters the people and the pig in the story? That's one. And what were her mom and dad's names? And what were the neighbors' names? Can you think of all 5 of them?